Hey guys, Jamiy here today on Roblox. We're playing some more Monsters of Etheria, as you can see on screen right now. Today we are going to be checking out the Rainbow Boxling and also a few of its other type of skins that it has. So also in the last video, which I believe I uploaded, if I remember correctly, we checked out the Rainbow Polygon and the Scrimmer, which actually was pretty good. Also the Poison Dragon. I actually saw a few comments saying that, because in that video I said that I guess a Scrimmer would make sense for it to have a Levitate as an ability, since obviously it doesn't have one right now, because it levitates. Polygon's just kind of a worm, and again it just have wings as well, but it isn't a flying type, so I guess that's what, and it could make sense, I guess. But yeah, people definitely think that it doesn't really need to have Levitate, because Levitate's like, yeah, it's not really that great, but I do think that the other ability that I actually suggested would have been pretty good for it anyway. But while I guess I'll talk about that, we'll check out the normal forms first and then go through them all. But all the other ability that I actually suggested, which would have been completely new, and it would be something like Corrosive from Pokemon, which also was only on one Pokemon, I think it's Lazzle. Which also, it'll let the user poison Steel type Pokemon and other Poison type Pokemon, which also otherwise can't be poisoned. But for my idea for the Polygon, because it's like a toxic dragon, I thought it would be cool as if it's dragon type moves, when I actually use them, has a chance to poison like other poison moves. Like also like Poison Jab I think has like a 10% chance to poison enemies. And then also if you use something like Dragon Rush, that would also have the benefit from this new ability to also give like a 10% chance to poison. Some people are kind of confused on what I was talking about, so I thought I'd just quickly mention it again, just like hopefully hopefully let people understand what I was talking about. But I thought that could be a cool ability, something new, something not too OP in my opinion. Poison really isn't anything to isn't really a very OP thing in this game, to be honest. But anyway, there is the exotic Boxling, and let's go into the exotic BOXER. So also in the comments down below, what do you think of all of these Pokemon? And let me know as well what rainbow Pokemon, or well, I keep calling it Pokemon. It's just because of the map, okay? If I'm in the loan screen, I usually don't call it Pokemon, because if I see the map during the video, I usually start to call it Pokemon Fighters EX. But also I mean Monsters of Etheria. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below what rainbow monster would you like me to check out next, because that'd be pretty good. Hey, we just learned 100 crates for completing the distance task, which is pretty good. that fall animation low. Anyway, so that's the exotic Boxling. Let's go straight on to the inverted normal form then. So this is pretty good. To be honest, in my opinion, I think the Boxling is this game's Magikarp. And then again, also, I guess Phoebus, but also the Magikarp is like known for being like the worst Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. And then also like all the games I have it, and also in the I think it was Gen 3 they brought in Phoebus, which is like just pretty much like Magikarp 2, to be honest. But there's that. Anyway, here is the exotic inverted. Could just quickly go through these, but I feel like Boxling is like the it is pretty much the Magikarp version of this game. The reason why is I'll quickly show you its moves as well when I despawn now. So I guess actually now we've checked out everything. What actually haven't we checked out? So we checked out normal, exotic, normal inverted, exotic inverted. I guess we'll quickly go now onto the rainbow. I think that's actually it. I managed to get through those actually very quick. So anyway, let's check out the rainbow then. While we're doing this, so this is the Rainbow Boxling. So the reason why I say this is pretty much like the Magikarp of this universe is because obviously, yes, it has a lot more moves than Magikarp does, but if you look at the moves that it can actually deal damage with, it has Tackle, Takedown, and Endeavor. If you want to say Endeavor, it works, but I guess it's like an attack move where it's like very situational, and also trying to attack someone with Endeavor and then Takedown or takedown or tackle is probably a bit difficult, but it only has Leah. It does actually get Splash, Smokescreen, Encore, which also I love the move Encore, one of my favorite moves from Pokemon. Charm is okay, Celebrate, Z Celebrate, OP, and then also the Copycat, which was also pretty cool as well. Then also when we evolve it, it becomes this like huge thing that you wouldn't really necessarily think would evolve from it. also it's a little bit more believable when Magikarp went to the Gyarados, but also then when it does evolve, it gets Astonish, Double Edge, Disable, Shadow Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, pretty much all the punching moves, Giga Impact, Mega Punch, so not like insanely good moves like also the Gyarados learns, but I guess substantially a lot better from mostly the pre-evolution. But anyway, there is the Rainbow. I guess now we'll go on to the Reflective, since now it is night finally. So and also if we look at its stats, which I actually wanted to compare the stats of this to Magikarp, so I'm actually going to pull up Magikarp stats on the side really quickly. So if we quickly take a look at Magikarp on the Pokemon database, so then it's actually is very similar. Let's have a quick look. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 120. This actually has less stat points than Magikarp, but I will say as well, this game's stats-wise are very, very little in comparison to Pokemon. Even Generation 1 like Magikarp, this is a lot worse than it. This is 80 points less than it. But Magikarp has 20 hit points, 10 attack, 55 defense, 15 special attack, 20 special defense, and 80 speed. Also, if you look at these, also Magikarp's highest stat is speed, which also is the same for Boxling, and then its second stat, which is the highest, is the defense. So actually very similar, also a lot different in like what the stats are like. Also, this is like lacking 40 points, health is lacking 10, special attack is lacking 15, and also special defense is lacking 20, or another 10. But I think it actually makes pretty good sense, and also when it does evolve into the Gyarados, Gyarados also has 540 base stat total, as Boxer only has, let's have a quick look, it has 110, 230, 330, 390, so still very, very low. It's like only 2 Magikarps, or 1.9 Magikarps. Still pretty low, to be honest, but also as you can see, these are, the builder for this Pokemon or monster even is Ken the Fat Pigeon, and the animator is Bob. I think they actually did a pretty good job on this. I actually really like this monster a lot. Also, then if we look at this in comparison to Gyarados, it does get a little bit slower, not as much slow as, actually I'm pretty sure Magikarp and Gyarados are pretty much the exact same. Yeah, Gyarados is like 81, Magikarp is 80. It does get a little bit slower, also makes a lot of sense. The resistance, I think actually, yeah, also every little stat line just goes up pretty much, or doubles or at the very least. But it was a little bit of speed for also quite a lot of bulk compared to the previous one. Also, energy doesn't really need a lot of energy, which is special attack. It has a lot of physical attack, which actually is very similar to Gyarados as well, which is 120 on this. Gyarados has 125. So I don't know. I think it's like Gyarados, but also with the whole stat thing, it's kind of not as well. But I definitely think it's like the Magikarp of this universe so far. Also, there could be even worse monsters in the future. I'm not really sure. And I'm actually not even sure if it's the worst monster that we have yet. I mean, Teep's pretty bad as well, but I feel like Teep, as you can probably tell, has a little bit better stats. Also, it's a lot slower than Boxling, but it's all the stats like just, even though they're only double, they're a lot better than Boxlings. But anyway, now let's quickly check out the Reflective Rainbow. So here we are. So unfortunately, Boxling is one of the monsters in this game that doesn't have any like shiny little parts onto it. So pretty much everything about this monster gets affected by Reflective. If you don't want to talk about, go check out the Rainbow Mago video, or even the Rainbow Porygon and Screamer video. Those ones also you can tell like from the shininess what I mean. Pretty much like there's certain parts of the body on the monster, or parts on the monster, that is like a shininess that Reflective doesn't take effect on, but also like its entire body, it's very difficult to see. Though these parts on the body doesn't actually get affected by Reflective, but the rainbow will still cycle through it, making it shine and like be really bright. So having like a really dark body that's changing color, which you can't really tell too much also in the day or night time. It's only really, you can only really tell it's changing color if you get really close to it, or if it's actually in the cloudy phase. If it's cloudy and you have Reflective on, it's a lot better in my opinion. It's a lot easier to see that it's actually changing colors. But I think it's actually really cool that it's like a dark body, and also just like a little part on it just flickering with lights and just changing non-stop. But I think that's actually pretty cool. But here is the Rainbow Rainbow, Reflective, Boxling, and Boxer. And what is... Wait, if this runs up a ladder, does it just run up it? It doesn't climb it, it just runs up it, I'm pretty sure. I actually want to check that out really quick before we end this video, but... I don't know, let me know in the comments down below, do you think I like Boxling's evolution line. I think it's like pretty... God damn it. Okay, amazing climbing animation. But it's definitely a weird one. I like Boxling's design. I'm not really too much of a big fan of BOXER or whatever this guy's name is. I actually completely forgot. I think it's BOXER or something like that. Yeah, BOXER. I'm not a huge fan of BOXER's design, to be honest. Like, this stats is okay. Its ability is actually pretty good as well. Attacks against shorter opponents deal more damage. So if the height's a lot less, then it's going to do a lot more damage. I'm not really too big of a fan of Boxer's design, to be honest. It makes sense from Boxling into Boxer, but it's pretty much just like human wearing a box on its head. I wouldn't really call it a monster, really, because like I said, it looks like a humanoid creature with a box on its head. It doesn't really look too monster-like, to be honest, which is kind of upsetting, because I think Boxling's pretty cool. It reminds me of like Mimikyu a lot as well, like just hiding itself like in a Pikachu. Actually, I'm trying to actually cloth, pretty much, I guess is the best way to put it, like a little doll. This is also just hiding in the box. So fortunately, I like Boxling. I'm not too much of a bigger fan of Boxer, to be honest. I think it just looks too humanoid-like. But anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave it off there. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Boxling and Boxer. Like I said, I get my opinions. I want to know what you guys think of it as well. But anyway, like always, I'll see you guys next time.